What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the SCEVOLI Tanto Show, guys. It's me, back again. I'm here. Be mad. I don't know what to tell you, people. I know I'm come back here every week with a new guest, and I know his name says Blue Mamba. It's not a snake. That's what I thought, too. It's okay. I thought the same thing, but it's okay. We're going to get it together. That's a man. It's not an animal. We are animals. The people of the world are animals. I'm just saying out there. Not all of us, but some of us are. We don't no shade on this show, no shade. But we have a very special guest on the SCEVOLI Tanto Show today, guys. I have Blue Mamba.
Thank you. That was such a great intro. I love that.
I know. I try my best with the Mamba. I try my best with these names because some Star Wars people just have unique Star Wars names. I'm like, what the hell are you people on? Like some names. I'm like, what? Like, how does that even come up as a name? And sometimes it's their first name. Like, I thought your name, like, if I didn't see your name, like, in the message, I would think your name is, like, Blue something, like Blue Mamba or something. I would have thought that. But it's okay. It's all right. But before we start the Star Wars talks with Blue Mamba, please subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The SCEVOLI Tanto Show, for more fun Star Wars talks. That's all. We're just going to talk about Star Wars. So sit back, relax, grab your Mamba, maybe grab your mop, do a little dance, and there you go. So, Blue Mamba, how are you, my friend? Carter. His name is Carter, people. Don't get it twisted,
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on. I'm really excited about this. I'm so excited. That was a great.
I'm not giving you money. I'm not.
We're like 2 minutes in. This is already great. I love this.
This is gonna be a fun show, people. Then we just hate each other after this. Just to see us block each other, like we hate each other. We see each other. we see each other in the Carolinas and the Georgia. Like I'll be on the Carolina side, you'll be on the Georgia side, and we'll just start sticking the middle finger at each other. Like, yeah, I know who you are. I'm reporting you. Blocka. I feel that. But how are you, my friend? How's everything? You're still good from this Bad Batch 3-episode premiere that we just had? Happy Bad Batch Wednesday, everybody.
Oh, happy Bad Batch Wednesday. Yeah, I've got my Bad Batch shirt on.
There you go. Me too.
Kind of see it.
$12.99.
Yeah.
Wait, this way. I can't even get it. You guys see it. You guys know what it is.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, Hunter, I see it.
Right here. I can't even see the camera. It's in my nipple somewhere, guys. It's right here. It's right here. Had enough. But yeah, 3 episodes.
Yep. It was. They were pretty good. It's a good start. Good start.
I felt. I don't know if you felt this. I know I'm gonna talk about it when we film my breakdown with Star Wars Rick and Noah Nation tomorrow. I felt it was all dark. Like
the lighting was. Yeah.
Every minute we had in the Bad Batch, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Like I was focused. Like I was like, what is going to happen to these people? Because it's the last season. Anything is really on guard, really, with the Bad Batch.
Right.
Like I know, I heard that you want to see Vader in the series, right? I think you're the one.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Everybody wants to see Vader come in and start killing the Bad Batch. I don't know why. They're such good people.
I mean, it's a dark time in the Star Wars universe. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they have to die in some way. It doesn't have to be if it's Vader. Something has to happen because they're not around during Rebels or the OT as far as we know.
We know of Blue Mamba.
Yeah, that we know of. But I don't know. I just want them to make it make sense. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah,
killing them is the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, oh god, that's. My gosh, you guys really want to kill these? You guys really want to kill these people? I don't know why. What did they do to you? Even I had another guest on, Ibn. Oh, he was like, "Yeah, I just want to kill them all." Oh my god, why do you want to hurt them? God, poor Lula. I'm like, God, you guys are terrible people. But I want a happy ending, you know.
Yeah, you want a happy. I don't want a happy ending. I want.
Yeah, we just want them all to die. That's it.
Yes.
Even Omega. Yeah. Omega watches them die slowly.
Well, maybe not Omega. Let's not go that far. Let's keep the kid alive.
We stop at the children.
We stop at the children, dude.
But yeah, I feel like Darth Vader. I don't think he'll show up. Like that's just mine because it doesn't make sense to make like calling him up and say, hey man, you guys want to deal with this? You know, we can't really get these Bad Batchers, you know, and like it doesn't make sense to me, you know. Like you said, it has to make sense, and I don't think Vader. I think maybe Vader comes in at the end, maybe the end episode, and it's like, oh, the rebellion, something with the rebellion is rising, or stuff like that. I've heard whispers or stuff like that. Maybe that will come into play, but I don't think he physically gets his lightsaber and starts shanking people, starts shanking the Bad Batch. You know, I don't think.
The last episode is apparently called "The Cavalry Has Arrived." I kind of look at that and I'm like, maybe the cavalry's Vader. Maybe something's going on the battlefield at the last episode, and Vader has to come in and be the one to end it. God. But honestly, it could be it honestly just could be anything. I'm hoping for Vader. I'm not trying to like get my hopes up about it, because when I do that, I just get upset when it's not that. So I'd love it to happen. I just don't want to get my hopes up about it.
It's okay. Then you just go home crying. That's it.
Exactly.
I get my hopes up all the time. You should see me on the weekdays. So just crying away over there, dreaming of Star Wars projects that will never happen in my life. You know, I just start crying in the corner, fetal position. Just be like me. Just be like me, Blue Mamba. That's all you got to do. Gotta be me. That's it, really. But my next question to you, Blue Mamba, is, why do you call yourself Blue Mamba? That's what I want. I think the people want to know that.
See, that's a great question. No one has really asked me that, so I do appreciate you asking me that question, because no one's ever asked me that. So before my channel and my Instagram and everything was Star Wars related, I was more of a gaming, centered like channel. I was mostly playing like a lot of the NBA 2K games.
I kind of figured like Kobe Bryant and stuff. Yeah. I kind of figured.
So Kobe was like, and is probably one of my favorite basketball players ever. And in one of the 2K games, I made one of my guys. I gave him blue hair and everything, and playing an online game. And you know, I dunked on one guy, and I just hear over the mic like, yo, that's not the Black Mamba, that's the Blue Mamba. And I'm like, thank you for the nickname. So I just took that, changed my gamer tag, changed my Instagram. And then later down the line, with like Star Wars, I was just having too much fun playing all the Star Wars games again, like Force Unleashed and Lego Star Wars and Battlefront. And I was like, you know what? I just think I'm going to be a Star Wars centered channel now. And lightsabers, and now we're here. And I just kept the name.
Yeah, and now we're talking about Blue Mambas, you know? That's what we're talking about that. But you said something in there, Battlefront. They just announced today that they're coming.
Yes, the OG, the classic remaster. I am so excited.
Now, I played Battlefront, but I really never got to play it. If people out there that haven't played it yet, what is Battlefront?
So, if we're talking like the OG like the one that they're remastering, I mean, they both have the same idea.
Is it the one we're talking about, like, that just got released like years ago, or we're talking about the one that went all the way in the back? Like,
so the one that they're remastering came out in 2005 and 2002, 2003. But the one that was like 2018 or 17, that one's just like, it's kind of like Call of Duty, but just Star Wars, pretty much. So it could be a first-person, third-person shooter game. You're either, you know, the Republic, the Separatists, the Rebels, the Empire, the Resistance, the First Order, and you just fight each other, man. You just go to battle pretty much, and it's awesome. Like the 2005 version was my favorite as a kid. I remember I had on the PSP. It was sick. So I'm really excited to get on my PS5
and just start battling people.
Exactly, and just get a bunch of friends on, because it's going to be like 64 player online. So it's going to be awesome just to play with friends and everything, and just go at it.
You might just see me on there playing as the White Mamba, just coming in, you know?
That'd be awesome.
Just coming right in, attacking you. You're like, who is that guy? It's me, White Mamba, and I just start lightsabering you.
It's my cousin. He's on the other side.
Yeah, he's on the other side. I'm in the north. The north. Winter's coming, you know?
Winter is coming. Here he comes, dude.
Winter's coming. I just ride in on my dragon and just start like killing motherfuckers. You
Different
know?
franchise.
Yeah, so sorry. Sometimes I wish they just fused. Like in one of the Bad Batch episodes, like the second episode, we see someone sitting on the throne. You know, we see Durant.
There is a crate dragon in Mando.
Yeah, so put 2 and 2 together. You got the dragon.
And you're not wrong. You could come in on a dragon.
I would.
Yeah.
You know, I would.
Yeah.
I'll go right through the wall too. Just right. You won't even see me. I will miss the exit. I'll just keep going. But my next question to you is, you said you get to play as everybody in Battlefront. Who are your favorite characters in Star Wars?
So, as like playing as in like just Battlefront or just in general?
Just in general. You could say Battlefront too if you would like.
So, I would say like overall, I'll give you my top 5.
Oh,
I'll give you my top 5. We'll start with number 5. I have a list on my phone. Let's see if I still have it. Because I don't want to mess up my order. And I look at my list and I'm just like, you know, that's not what I said. I said something completely different. Okay, here we go. I got it. All right. So at number 5, I got Ahsoka.
Oh, okay.
I got Ahsoka at 5. I mean,
she's my favorite. So
yeah,
everybody knows that.
Yeah. I mean, Ahsoka for me, like 2008, I was probably like 9 when the Clone Wars came out. Like, so I kind of grew up with the character. So it's kind of awesome, you know, seeing that character development and progression throughout, and her getting her own show. I just think that this story is just amazing.
I'm just a proud fan, you know. At this point, proud fan.
Number 4, I should probably move this one around, but I'll keep him at 4. I got Revan at 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you've played the old Knights of the Old Republic.
No, I have not played. They said they were really good though. The old Knights of the
Republic.
Republic.
Really good games. The book is awesome. I mean, he as a character, he's just so interesting to me. He's so interesting.
I have to read his book. I have his book here at my house.
Yeah,
I have to read it because it's like
read the book. It's so good.
I want to know because in the Acolyte is coming, so it's like you got to understand like, okay, who's in this realm? You know, I know the Old Republic is, I think, after the High Republic. I think, right?
The Old Republic is like it's thousands of years before Episode 4. So like you're chilling with that, but like just Revan is he has such a cool story. It's also sad at the same time.
Don't tell me, don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it for you, but I'm just letting you know it is a sad story, but he's such a cool character.
Okay. I gotta read that now.
At number 3, I have Obi-Wan.
Oh,
I do like me. Yeah, I do like some Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor, met him at MegaCon. Boom.
I bet you he's like the sweetest human.
See, I was jealous. He was so nice. I was jealous of the person in front of me because he said hello there to the person in front of me. And I was like, no. I was like, no, why couldn't that be me?
Save it for me. Why did you not
I would have dropped. I would have dropped to the floor.
Wow, we would have had to pick you up.
Yeah.
I would have dragged you by your hair. Let's go. We're out of here, Mamba. We're done.
But yeah, I love Obi-Wan so much. Also, his story is so sad as well.
Yeah,
you know, his story. Yeah, he loses Obi-Wan, such a good character, but so sad. He loses everything, but he still stays on the path of good, no matter what happens to him, and that's respect that. We love him.
We love Jesus. You know, he's Jesus.
Yeah. Number 2, I have Luke Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
I got Luke at number 2. I remember I was probably about 8 years old when my grandfather showed me the OT, and I loved watching episode 6. So episode 6
is my favorite in that. Like out of 4, 5, and 6 is like my favorite.
Mine too. I love 6. See, like that stuck with me. I'm like, man, he's cool. wearing all black, green lightsaber. I just thought that was the coolest thing. And I hope that we get more Luke Skywalker stories in the future. Because
now, can I guess? Can I guess who's number one?
Yes.
I'm going with Anakin.
Yeah, it's Anakin / Darth Vader because I see him as one person.
Oh, I see them as two people.
Oh no, I see him as just one person.
We're gonna definitely have a debate on this one now, Mamba.
But yeah, he for me, like Anakin, I was first exposed to Star Wars when I was like 4 with Attack of the Clones. So like Anakin was always a standout, and I just loved the heroic figure when I was a kid. But like as an adult, I'm like villains are kind of cool too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for me when it comes to Anakin.
Anakin. This makes me want to cry. Now you see them as one. Now I'm going to tell you I see them as two people.
Okay.
Because you get the movies, right? You get the movies and you see like his dark tendencies. But you're like, when he turns, it's like, how? It's like, how do you go from being like, yeah, into like, no. Like just so down. And you watch the movies and it's like, okay, manipulation. Okay. All right. We see it not enough in the movies. We didn't. To me, we didn't really see his fall. Then you get Clone Wars. To me, Anakin in Clone Wars is a hero. You know, we see him as this hero. He's nice. He cares about his friends. He cares about Ahsoka. He cares about Obi-Wan. And I still don't see, like, you could see some tendencies where he does go evil. You know, even the Mortis arc in Clone Wars was him getting shown what he would become. But Anakin was such a loving person. You know, he cared deeply for his friends. Vader is a vile creature that just like will kill anything in his path. To me, Anakin wasn't like that. You know, that's why, like, yeah, they're the same person. Absolutely. I'm not going to say they're like a ghost and not a ghost.
Right,
you know?
right.
But to me, they're two different people because you have Anakin. Look at Anakin and look at Darth Vader. You really can't really. You're like, okay, like with Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, he hated Obi-Wan because it's not because he chopped his legs off. It's like, it's not that. It's because I feel like Obi-Wan failed Anakin, you know, and that's what Anakin is trying to like announce. I don't think it was because he cut his legs off. I don't think it's because of Padme. He was caught in the ship with Padme. You know, I think Anakin expected a lot more from Obi-Wan. And we see in the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan's really not there all the time.
Yeah.
You know, we don't get those one-on-one episodes where Obi-Wan is training Anakin. Anakin, do this again. Let's do this, Anakin. Let's train this way. You know, we see that with Anakin and Ahsoka. We see Ahsoka and Anakin like buddy, sister and brother combination. So I get that he never hated Ahsoka. Why would you? You know, you still have love for that sister figure in his life. But I think like I feel like people go, oh yeah, Anakin hated Obi-Wan. He hated Obi-Wan because because Anakin feels like he failed Obi-Wan. And Anakin's not going to say it. Anakin's not going to say, oh, I hate you because you failed me. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to hurt you where it hurts most, you know? But yeah, I don't see Anakin and Darth Vader as a one person. I see them as two separates, you know, because I love Anakin. Anakin is like, it would go, of course, Ahsoka's number one. I love Ahsoka Tano. And then Anakin, Ezra. If we go Mandalorian, Sabine. And then my favorite clone is, of course, Rex. But also, like, I have to say it, my favorite other clone, I don't know if you could say she's a clone, is Omega. Like, Omega has grown on me for, like, these last 3 seasons. She's my daughter. She looks like me. So, like, I got to really put it out there, guys. So, spoiler alert, it's me. I'm the father, you know? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just want to put it out there, you know? No, you'll find out at the end of the season. You just find out.
See, for me, when it comes to like the Vader Anakin thing, I look at it more of as a psychological thing, as more of like a split personality. Like, I just see it as like Vader was kind of like that suppressed, you know, personality in Anakin, and every time he gets angry, like Vader will pop out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you have the moment where, you know, it's on the line, like Palpatine's at the point where he's like, okay, I got you because I can save the one that you love, and now I'm about to be gone because if Mace Windu kills me, then, you know, there's no hope, right? So at that point, that's when I think Vader really, the Vader personality really stepped in and took over Anakin. Now Anakin
Yes,
and the
because the
Anakin personality
manipulation
is gone,
started to come out.
right? So that's why I see it as just one person, because of like the psychological aspect of like just it's a split personality type thing.
Yeah, because you can see the good and you can see the evil in one,
Right.
and like he mixes it well, and that's why I think they casted Hayden Christensen, because Hayden Christensen just had, to me, like you look at him and it's like, is this an evil person or this is a good person?
Yeah.
You know, like you just look at the guy and be like, are you good or you're evil? Like what's going on with you?
He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
I know. I've heard
He's a
lot
very
of things.
nice guy.
He's really nice. But like with me, with Anakin, Matt Lancer is my Anakin, you know, from Clone Wars. And I love animation. I always say this on my show. I'm biased. You cannot ask me about projects. I will tell you animation is the best, and you can't tell me otherwise because you're not my show, you know? And like you can tell me otherwise. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
But animation is like my safe haven of the world. Like I think you could just do more in animation to me. I think that's like, to me, you can see me jumping off the cliff and like you'll see how awesome how I do the jumps. Like Ahsoka. You see Ahsoka in the Clone Wars when she jumps off the plane and just starts hitting Mandalorians.
Right.
Stuff like that. You really can't do that in live action. Like, it would look off. It would look okay, but you would see like, okay, that's off. All right, that's off, you know? Like Ahsoka, like Ashley is my Ahsoka, you know, that's how I say it. Like Ezra Taylor Gray is my Ezra. Iman played a great Ezra Bridger, don't get me wrong, but Tyler Gray will always be my Ezra.
I like hearing, like, because I've heard I love live action only, like the animation is just okay. I love live action only. Then I hear you saying like I love the animation. Live action is great, but I like hearing both sides because I'm like, I like them both. I'll watch both.
You're just saying in the background, me and someone's arguing, I love anime. No, I love live action. And you're like, I love both.
I like both. I think they're both great.
Yeah, like to me, I would rather have animation series than live action because you could do more with. To me, you could, as you're watching the show, like you watched Bad Batch these last 3 episodes, you felt how Hunter was so distraught, stressed out, making decisions like he didn't want to make the decision, and Wrecker had to talk him out of it. You know, let's wait for Echo and Rex. You know, let's have some backup. You know, let's not go in blindsided. You know, and we saw that even when Hunter was sitting there on the pad, and you see Tech's glasses, you see Lula up where Omega sits. You know, and it's like you could see Crosshair distraught. You could see Omega like 200 days, you know, and counting more and more. You know, you see Ahsoka and how Order 66 affected her, you know, in animation, Tales of the Jedi. To me, with the Ahsoka series, and I love Ahsoka Tano, and Rosario does a great job, don't get me wrong, I just didn't feel the emotion level. You know? And I sat in the movies for that. I went to the New York premiere.
Nice.
I think it was episode 5. I think when Anakin came back, I think it was episode 5. I just didn't feel the connection. You know what I mean? Even with the Clone Wars flashbacks with Rex, it was great to see, don't get me wrong.
I cried. I cried.
Oh my God, Mamba. Don't fail me now.
I cried.
He just sat there.
Rex popped up and I lost it, dude.
I was in tears. I need to see that reaction.
I have a picture somewhere. I have a picture of me crying somewhere. I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see if I can find it.
But yeah, see, to me, I wanted to cry. I wanted to be like, oh my God, it's so amazing. I just didn't feel it.
See if I can find it. I had my girlfriend with me. She was just like laughing at me as I was
probably
crying.
Look at my boyfriend. Look at my boyfriend.
She's like, what is happening right now? Why is he crying? Let's see if I can find it. Where is it?
Don't worry, I believe in you.
I had to send it to somebody.
Probably send it to your girlfriend.
No, I probably sent it to my brother because he was crying too.
Oh my god, the Mambas were crying.
It was a joyful time.
Oh no, I bet you guys were like.
Oh yeah, here it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it.
Oh my god. You were like distraught, like you just lost your child or something.
It was a great time.
It was. Everybody in the theater was like, "Yeah," and I was just sitting there like this. Like I just didn't like. It wasn't like, it didn't give me like the turn on, if I could say that word. I know that's the wrong word using with Star Wars, but I'm gonna use that word. But like I didn't feel it. Like I didn't feel that scene. I didn't feel the scene. It just didn't go right for me. And people's opinions are people's opinions. I'm not gonna hate you because you liked it. I'm not gonna hate someone who likes it. My opinion is I didn't feel it because to me those two characters. If you put that animation, I would cry. I would be distraught. I would be like you on a Friday. Just like holding your eyes. Send it to my siblings and my family. Like look at me being a fool. But yeah. So and then my next thing about it, I don't know who is your favorite villain?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Mine is Thrawn.
Yeah.
Thrawn is just oh my god, he's amazing. I love him. That's what I'm gonna say about Thrawn. Thrawn is just like my dad. Like when he tells me something, I listen. I listen. I will go. I will do it. I will go. And I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't feel the Thrawn in Ahsoka. Like it was so different from the animation and the way you saw it in animation, and then you brought him to live action.
There's some moments where I was like, but I kind of let it slide a little bit. But there were moments where I was kind of like, I don't know if Thrawn would actually do that, but okay.
Yeah, like you second guessed it. Like I didn't realize it until I watched the season over again, and I was like, that's a different Thrawn. Like that's not the Thrawn we got in the books. That's not the Thrawn we got in animation. Who is this guy? Like who is this blue man? One
of my main things is like if Thrawn knew where Ezra was on that planet, why is he still alive? Why is Ezra still alive? Or why is Thrawn still alive? Wouldn't they just have killed each other by this point? It's been like 10 years or something like that since
I think it's like 5 years after
5 years?
I think it's like 5 or 6 years after Rebels.
Yeah, okay, so but yeah, still like why wouldn't they why are they still both living? And Ezra and I know Ezra mentioned like I've tried it, but it's hard. Okay, then Thrawn has an army. Like how are you still living? Like
how did he get that army?
Yeah. That's it. Like maybe that army was on the Chimera when it jumped, but how are they living? Where's the food coming from?
Yeah.
Where's the food coming from?
Why is Thrawn fat? That was my question. What is he doing on this planet?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's been years, man, but you were so buff back then. What happened? That's my complaint. Like, why is he fat?
He's got a dad bod, man. Boba had a dad bod. Now Thrawn has a dad bod.
I'm going to have a dad bod soon. I don't have a kid. Just have a dad bod for no reason at this point. But Thrawn, I didn't feel Thrawn in Ahsoka. I think it was off for me. And then Sabine too. Like Sabine is one of my favorite Mandalorians.
That was one of my main problems was how they did Sabine. Like I love the actress. I thought she's great as Sabine, but like I don't agree with the way they took Sabine. I don't mind her being force sensitive. I was kind of hoping that she wasn't and that she just was force sensitive, but not force sensitive, but was a lightsaber. I thought that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
I just think that she learned it too quickly. She's like, okay, force grab this lightsaber real quick. I'm like, all right. A lot of Jedis do that, sure. But she's like, all right, Ezra, I'm gonna push you up on the ship real quick. I'm like, don't you need to I feel like your confidence just boosted a little bit because you grabbed the lightsaber.
I could do this,
Yeah. I was like, it's a lot of confidence, but I guess I don't know. I don't think it really worked. I don't mind her being force sensitive. I just don't think it really worked. Like I think they rushed it a little bit.
I think I said this on I say this every show because we talk about it because I want to hear people's opinions about what they thought about the Ahsoka series. But with Sabine, I don't like Sabine as a Jedi. I don't because if it was brought us into animation, okay, then you bring it to live action. A little animation, not like 5 episodes, an arc. Just maybe 2 or 3 episodes of it. 1 episode. But
like she even trained with a saber, like in Rebels.
In Rebels, but there was no image of force sensibilities there.
Right.
Keenan said the force is in everybody, is in everything, of course, but like she wasn't that. You know what I mean? So to have her come in Ahsoka and her are mad at each other already. We don't know what happened with that, and then they finally get to their senses and start fighting crime together, like Batman and Robin. Like, what, like how? Like, how did it get from that to this? Sabine was a miss for me. Was a miss for me. I really think, I just didn't feel it. Like I said, I think I'm just so accustomed to animation. I really am. Like I'm really biased. Like it's sad, but it's the truth.
It's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think animation is like Star Wars is God. Because you had so many good series with animation. The Clone Wars, a hit. Rebels, it was great. People hate Rebels. I love Rebels.
I like Rebels.
Wait, you love Rebels?
Yeah.
We're both Rebels then. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. The Bad Batch. I love the Bad Batch.
I'm like in the middle on the Bad Batch.
Yeah, the first season was like.
Yeah.
It was all right.
And then I just think I set my hopes up too high for the first season because I liked their arc in Clone Wars. So I was like, oh, a show about them? That's gonna be sick. First season, I was like, Second season, I was like, all right, we're getting there. These first 3 episodes, I was like, okay, yeah, I can vibe with this.
I think the first season was like, the aftermath. The first episode is like 40 minutes, so that's like
that was an amazing episode.
Yeah,
and that to me is still the best episode for Bad Batch. Is that very first one? I think it's up there. I really think the best episode is the solitary clone with Cody. That's also a really good one.
I think season 2 had a lot of good ones. Gunji.
I did like the Gunji episode. That one was just fun.
Yeah, I love Gunji. We need more of those kind of like episodes, and I think we're gonna get them in this season. Like the Hera ones. I love Hera. That's my space mom. I love Hera. So seeing her as a little girl, and then her and Chopper. That little arc, the Ryloth arc, was great. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
What else? I just had a train thought. But yeah, Sabine. Back to Sabine. What I was saying with Sabine. Yeah, I just didn't feel Sabine. I think she did. I think the actress Tia, who killed her in animation, that's the Sabine. That's the spunk Sabine we want. And then we get Sabine. She's really like a punk rock star. We don't really. Who are you? You're a whole new person. You're rebellious. You have attitude. Sabine. To me, Sabine was never like that in animation. And you grow. Of course, you grow in the years.
Right.
But girl, you changed. Girl, you changed. You changed. But that's just my opinion. But everybody has their opinions, which we're good with. We're cool.
Yeah.
But I want to know your thoughts. Let's talk Omega.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about Omega? Because that's my daughter, so don't say anything vile, little Mamba.
She's growing on me a little bit. I think these past 3 episodes, the most recent ones, is making it more interesting. I'm hoping that the whole thing. Can we talk spoilers?
Yeah, we can talk spoilers. Yeah.
Can we talk spoilers? Okay. So the whole thing was obviously they're working towards explaining how Palpatine returned. Yes, because somehow he did, and now we're learning that somehow. And they need an M count, obviously a midichlorian count.
Yes.
And obviously, they're making it a big deal that Omega is the true key to unlocking that. And they kind of emphasize that a lot in the 3rd episode. I think that Namaste was experimenting with midichlorian cloning through Omega. I don't think, though, Omega is going to be like force pushing everyone. I just think that she has a midichlorian count, but she doesn't like have unlocked that ability in her. And I don't think that she will unlock that ability, if I can speak, in her. I just think it was more so for cloning. So like Namaste successfully cloned a force sensitive or midichlorians, but Omega has, of course, zero idea of that she has midichlorians in her, right? And so she can't unlock that ability in her. But now the Empire knows that, like, oh, we need her actually. So she's become a very important character within Bad Batch. I feel like the way it's going to end is that the Empire is going to end sad, because it has to end sad. That's how Dave Filoni likes to do things. He wants to end things sad. I think the Empire is going to capture Omega and keep her, and she will never escape. And that's how we get Snoke, through Omega.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's dark.
Or another way we could do it, if they don't get Omega, that's why they were trying to get Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu. I feel like cloning, that's why I brought Omega up, because it all starts from Omega. It really does. If you really look at it, and we see like the cadets in this episode 2, and you see that Nalase and Omega, they're pushing through, like they're dumping something in their blood. Like they're like, if you see, like, I don't know if you were seeing that, but when they zoomed in on it, it was the clone's blood, and then they dropped it.
Right.
You know? They dropped something in it. And then it must have been like, oh no, that's not right. It's wrong. And then they go to Omega's, and Omega's glows. And I think Omega is, force sensitive. I think you need a force sensitive being to have Palpatine come back. You know, because Palpatine, you can't just have a regular clone and not, like, Palpatine shoots lightning. He needs the force still.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's what they did. I think they cloned Omega because she was the force sensitive being. And whatever is in that contraption thingy, like, that we're not going to see yet, probably not until the end, or maybe we'll never see that.
I think it's Snoke's body. The one that Palpatine was looking at, I think it was Snoke's, like, body.
Yes, I really think it's something maybe even far greater than Snoke. You know, I really
it's Starkiller. Everyone, Starkiller confirmed.
I really think, like we said, like, even in the Ahsoka series, there's something more coming than Thrawn. You know what I mean? I really feel like people are, like, not talking about that more. There's something else coming out there, and it's something dark.
Palpatine, he's coming back.
Yeah,
somehow.
Yes, he'll come back in the next 24 movies, you know, that they have. But I really think something more sinister is coming in Star Wars that I think the world is not ready for in the Star Wars galaxy. I think because, like, I talked about this on my show, Thrawn is easy to beat. Thrawn is not force sensitive. He's smart. He has his brains, and he can fight. He doesn't have the force. He doesn't have no lightsabers. He has a gun. You can win with that.
He has a gun.
He has a gun. Like, and he didn't even have a gun in the Ahsoka series. I don't know why, Fungo, you messed up on that, pointing it out, giving him a gun. Come on, man. He didn't even have a gun in Ahsoka. Come on.
It's true. He didn't have a gun.
He didn't have a gun. But I think something more sinister is coming in Star Wars, and I don't know who. I don't know what. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I think it's far more eviler. Because Palpatine, you have to realize something. Palpatine always knew he was going to be defeated. You don't go in ruling the world and don't think something bad is not going to happen to you.
That's why he's just backup plan after backup plan after backup plan.
Yes. So, okay, if I die now, what happens to everything? And of course, he had his people. You know, he had everything. But now it's leading to that where Thrawn is the main person now. If you see in The Mandalorian, Thrawn Thrawn, there's Ahsoka, Thrawn. You know, we're always cheering for Thrawn. But there's something else out there. I don't know what. I don't know if you can agree with me on that, but I think there's something more dark coming that's eviler. That could be a new Sith that we can deal with. You know, like,
cool.
I really feel like that in Star Wars is, to me, cool. You know, because we don't know what's going to happen next. We could sit here and say the Bad Batch is going to die, but what happens if they don't? Where are they in Rebels? Where's their story? Where is their story lead to? You know, where is Omega's story lead to? You know, if she is Force sensitive, you're not going to explain. You're not going to tell me, oh, I trained Omega. You know, she's great in the last 2 episodes. That's not going to happen. You're going to give her a lightsaber too? Like, that's like out of your mind if you're going to do that. You know, and I think this is far-fetched too, but I think Ahsoka will show up at the end of the show. I think she will help the Bad Batch escape, reunite with Rex, and maybe not even reunite with Rex because she doesn't know about Rex. She hasn't seen him in years. So maybe, I don't know, because in Rebels, that timeline, you got to really throw it in. But like Star Wars,
you got to be careful now. You got to be careful.
Yeah, but Star Wars likes to do that anyway, so I wouldn't even put it past them, you know? But yeah, I think something more evil is coming in Star Wars that Baylan Skull was telling us about. And there's something coming. I don't know what.
I think it's the mother.
You think it's the mother?
Yeah. It might be the mother. That's probably what might be calling the Baylan to free it, and it's probably the mother.
The mother of the daughter and the son.
Yes.
Isn't that Ablo? No, right?
I know what you're trying to say, and yes.
That's her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name is really weird to say.
Yeah, I was like Abloth. I don't know her name.
Abeloth.
Yeah. And I think, I think she could be coming. I think she's powerful too.
Yeah.
I don't know who she really is. I just seen pictures of her. I don't think she's that ugly. I think they're gonna fix her. I really think so, because if she looks like that, I'm running. That is not Star Wars friendly. That is not. I'm running the other way. Like, I'm not even watching that movie or the show. I'm just not watching it because I cannot. That's, oh my god, that's evilness. Evil. But yeah, so I really think the mother will be coming. I think because we didn't get that mention in the Clone Wars when the Mortis arc came.
No,
we never got a mention of that. So all this time, where's she at?
Yeah. She's trapped away somewhere. She's trapped away.
And I hate that Ray Stevenson passed away. He was such a great
me
actor.
too.
But I really hope we get that character again. And I don't know if they'll recast him or they'll just push him off and be like, oh, we traveled the planet in 7 years. He did that, and that's it. But I really hope we get something connected to that, because I think Ahsoka, at the end of Ahsoka season 1, she was feeling that darkness. And I think Anakin, Anakin, the Return of the Jedi, he was smiling with Obi-Wan and Yoda, I'm here, yay. He wasn't smiling with Ahsoka. He just had a little not even that, not even a smirk. And I think he senses something is coming. And I think it is going to be the mother. I don't know how powerful she is. Is she in comics or books?
She's in a book, I think. I forgot which one, but I believe I might be mistaken completely because I don't really read the novels as much as I do the comics.
Okay.
But I believe she fights Luke at some point. I could be completely wrong.
I gotta look that. I gotta look what book she is in.
Yeah.
She's in a comic. Is she in a comic?
I don't think so.
Like a novel.
I think a novel.
Oh, okay. I gotta look that up. I gotta look that book up because I want to read her story too. I want to know if she's really that evil, and she really looked like that.
Yeah. I mean, she might.
She might.
She might.
She might. It's scary. But my next question to you is, Blue Mamba, is your favorite Star Wars movies? You could do your 3 or your favorite Star Wars movie.
All right.
I say movies because you might want to pick 3 of them, but You can just pick
I'll pick my top 3, and it's very easy. I don't even have to look at my list. I don't know why I'd pull my phone out to look at my list. It's very easy. Number 3, I'm going Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
And number 3, that one kind of fluctuates a little bit. It jumps back and forth at the 1 and the 2, not the 1, the 2 and the 3 spot. But I have it at 3. The reason why is because, dude, that movie is kind of emotional a little bit. Especially like when Luke is trained on Dagobah and Yoda's giving him all this wisdom, and I'm like, man, I could use that right now in my actual real life. It's kind of emotional. So that movie, like, is there's a lot of lessons in there for you to learn. Number 2, Return. I talked about it earlier, but like, it's just a fun movie. You know, you can talk all day about Ewoks taking down highly trained stormtroopers. I don't care, dude. Like, that's awesome. I love Ewoks too.
Love Ewoks.
And then number 1 is Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite one.
That's my number 1. I love that movie so much. It's nostalgic and it's just a good movie.
It really is. It really is. I think it's the best Star Wars movie. In my opinion. Nothing beat Revenge of the Sith. Not even the new ones that unfortunately came out. You know, the new ones that unfortunately did that. But now my last question to you, Blue Mamba, before we go out of here. What is your dream Star Wars project?
Oh, dude.
Now, it could be anything. It could be realistic, not realistic. It could be animation, live action, but it has to be either or. What is your dream project that you want to see on Disney Plus?
Oh, Disney Plus. So I see this more as like a movie. Like my gut wants to jump and say I want a Revan TV show, but I want to like step out the box for just a little bit. I would love a movie or a series. I mostly just want a movie, live action, about a group of bounty hunters that are tasked to take down Vader. You take this group of bounty hunters and they go to Mustafar, to Vader's castle, to hunt down Darth Vader in his own home. And the whole movie's like a slasher horror movie. The only times we see Vader is when the saber's ignited. We see shadows of him. Like, we don't really see Vader all that much. It's more of like a horror movie. He just comes in the shadows and he picks off each bounty hunter one by one. I just think, and you call it Vader's Castle. I think that would be such a cool movie.
Maybe we could direct it one day. We'll direct it.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
You'll be Vader and I'll be the bounty hunters. I'll get my fake pistol gun that I don't have, and I gotcha. Now, what is your dream animation project?
Dream animation, I would love a they explored it in the comics, but I would love it as an animation. Just Kylo Ren or Ben Solo, the rise of Kylo Ren, where it's at Luke's temple. He's training with Luke. They go on adventures together, and then you see the turn at the very end. I think that would work for an animation series because each episode could be them. Series. Yeah, it would be like each episode them going on like different adventures and stuff, and then you slowly see the downfall of Ben Solo.
Because we need to see more of Kylo, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's an interesting fascination character that he wasn't really developed in those 3 movies. Even Rey wasn't, even Finn wasn't, no one was. I think they just got thrown into this movie. Hey, do this movie. You're going to look great in it. And I think that's what they did.
We'll give you money.
Yeah, we'll give you $1 million or over $200K, whatever you want. I really think I think we need that Kylo Ren show to say, okay, he's not that bad of a guy. He's not that evil guy.
He's just misunderstood.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Sith are misunderstood. I feel like Maul is definitely misunderstood. A big one. Kylo is misunderstood. Who else was a Sith? Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. Yeah, I can't believe that was blanking. I was blanking on that one.
Yeah, I think Count Dooku is a character that we need more stories of. Because Count Dooku thought he was me and Sidious forever. Let's hold hands. And then no, you're gonna die. you're dead, you know. And I think Count Dooku, after Qui-Gon fell, I think that was it for Count Dooku.
Yeah,
I think that was like the breaking point for Dooku and his light side, you know. I think because, like I said, Qui-Gon is like another god, you know. Qui-Gon is another underestimated character in Star Wars that we don't have enough about. I want a show that has Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan on the Mandalore, you know, animation you could put it, and all their adventures on there.
That'd be sick.
You know, because how they talk about it, how Obi-Wan met Satine. You know, I would love to see a young Qui-Gon, a young Obi-Wan trying to get with Satine, you know, because they've known each other for so many years, you know?
Yeah.
And then they hate each other when you see them in Clone Wars. They're like, oh, my lady, but Obi-Wan, no, don't touch me, you know? Like, you see that. But, yeah, I think that's one of the projects I want to see more of, is an Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Even Obi-Wan and Anakin, you know? Put them together again, you know?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
See them again in animation. Matt and James taking the role. I love animation. Sometimes I just cry. Blue Mamba. But before we go, Blue Mamba, where can everybody find you on the social medias?
So on Instagram, you can find me at _Blue Mamba _. On YouTube, it's just the name Blue Mamba. If you have a hard time finding it, put lightsaber after Blue Mamba. I should pop up. But yeah, that's mainly the two places I just post all my stuff, is Instagram and YouTube.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's it. That's like, yeah. But thank you guys for joining me. Blue Mamba, round of applause for you. Round of applause, everybody. Give him that. Give him. Do it. Yeah, thank you. Start doing it. Thank you so much for coming on the show and talking Star Wars with me. Hope to see you back on the SCEVOLI TANO show soon. You know, you're always welcome in my house. Probably not, you know what I mean, in the house. You can't come to my house, you know, you live so far away. You could come over for dinner, but like, you know, you could, like, you gotta fly here, you know, that's a lot.
Right.
That's too much work for dinner, you know. You probably must just stay the night, you know. You might just, but yeah. So thank you for joining me, Blue Mamba. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on the SCEVOLI TANO show today. Be sure to subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, the SCEVOLI TANO show, just for more Star Wars talks. I'm like the night host. I'm like the Tonight Show. I'm going to start naming myself that, like the SCEVOLI Tonight Show. Ooh, that's a good ring.
That's a good one. Write it down.
Write it down, Mama. Mama, text me right now. I swear to God, text it to me. The SCEVOLI Tonight Show. Damn it. I got you.
Yeah,
send it to me right now.
I'll send it to you.
That's the new name of this show. That's the new name.
That is that's such a good name, actually.
Damn, I'm good, man. Who is this guy? Whose man's is this guy? Whose man's is this? I don't know.
That is such a good name.
I know. I try my best. We're not getting off the air until he sent that message, people.
I'm texting right now.
I'll be like, why is there a DM that says that, actually? I'm going to be like, what the hell is this?
Sent. I sent it.
He sent it, guys. It's official. And Mamba, you're the first guest on the SCEVOLI Tonight show.
Let's go.
There you go. Thank you for joining us, guys. Be kind to one another, and may the fools be with you, my friends. Always. Bye.
Later.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what.